Just by the looks of it, it looks like kind of got damaged in the shipping process. Definitely got smashed here, but hopefully they're okay. Let's go ahead and open this up. Just kind of gonna make my own opening. Definitely feels like there's been some leakage to water. And there's one dead. Can't tell these other two are alive. I think so. Let's go ahead and get these guys in some water. So we've got one here. We've got one, two. So we got 4 alive right here. Let's see what we've got in the other bag. I've kept these crayfish in the past, and they've been really fun to keep because they are so manageable. They are very aggressive, so I think that's kind of why I stopped keeping them in the past. But if you're looking for something a little bit different, I always recommend the dwarf crayfish. These sometimes can be seasonal, so they might not be available year-round, but when you can get them, they are, again, pretty fun to keep. This looks like a piece of wood. And this one actually does have quite a few. Quite a few more. I don't know if you can see them either. But, I think I see one. Here's a dead one right here. Didn't quite make it. Looks like he just died. But we do have a live one. Oh, and that one's buried. This is a female. You see her berries right there? That means that she is carrying babies. So we'll go ahead and set her down gently. A couple more dead DOAs. Looks like we have another buried one. That's pretty cool. So we'll set her down there. And looks like yet another buried. So we'll go ahead and set her down gently right there. I don't know if it's that they're pregnant, that they're so strong, but it seems as if the female survived. I think that's it. So let's We'll take a look at separate the dead. Alright, so I have them sorted, the ones that came in alive and the ones that made it, and the ones that didn't quite make it. The listing was for 8 crawfish, if I'm not mistaken, but obviously there was a couple more thrown inside. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that made it alive, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that didn't. That means that there were 18 total, which is actually pretty... Oh, I thought we had them here. It's actually pretty nice of the seller. So let's go ahead and get these in their new home. So this was my first time ever buying a non-fish auction, and the auction was for 8 plus 2 crayfish. They could have just said 10, but anyways, I ordered 10 dwarf crayfish. And honestly, I lucked out in 2 ways. First, I got a great seller who replied to all my questions in a timely manner. And he also hooked me up. I was supposed to get 10 and he threw in 8 extra dwarf crayfish. Now 8 didn't make it, but that was a good gesture on his part. And he also threw in some penotomas, which is my favorite type of liverwort. And to top this off, I don't know if it was by accident or if it was on purpose, but a lot of the female crayfish were buried. And not buried as in buried underground, but berry as in strawberry or blueberry, which is a term used for crayfish that have fertilized eggs that'll hatch in about a week or 2. Now, anyone that's familiar with dwarf crayfish know that these guys can be kind of pricey. Out here in California, they'll run you about $10 a pop, and I got this listing for under $20, plus the moss. So I'm pretty content with my purchase, as I now have 10 adult crayfish and about 100 baby dwarf crayfish. Again, I was really hesitant about buying this many crayfish online, but luckily it worked out for me. If you have any experience, if you've bought some crayfish online, if you have any questions, comments, you can reach out to me on Instagram. I try to reply to everyone, but I literally get hundreds of messages and comments on YouTube. So if you want a guaranteed reply, definitely reach out to me on Instagram, where it's easier to get back to you. My name is Gus, this is Myaquariuminfo. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.